Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today to do some digital design. By the way, my name is Betty. I am the owner and creator of Betty's Custom Designs here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I am actually working on my brand new 2021 iPad Pro that this amazing man right here bought for me. Yes, he is amazing. I was actually hoping that the new iPad would let me do more in Photoshop, but it doesn't let me do any more than I was able to do on my older model iPad Pro. So I'm a little disappointed with that. I'm not disappointed with the iPad. It's not the iPad, that is a Photoshop design. I do like the fact that I don't know if you can see here, I do have my hard drive. My external hard drive is hooked in. That is wonderful. So I have been working on some stuff, and I haven't done a video in a while. Life has been crazy. Had a new grandbaby last week, and life has just been crazy. So I'm just going to open a page that I've already been working on here. And this one, if you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers in this one already. And now I can do a lot of the stuff I can do with my mouse. And right now, if you go over here to this little, the blue paintbrush, you'll see I have soft round chosen. Then when I go to the little 3 dots down here, the blend mode is set to clear. And then I have it at, let me see, I have it at 46% opacity at 143 pixels. So I'm going to increase the opacity just a little bit, not too much, because I want to kind of knock down some of the really straight lines. That's what I like to do, is just knock down some of the straight lines. I just really don't want to see them as much. Now I can do this with my pencil, but I'm afraid if I do it with my pencil that I'm going to have my hand all in the way, because that's the other thing, is trying to figure out which I'm going to have to do it with my pencil. It's just what I'm the most comfortable doing. And that was the other thing. I had to get a new pencil, and everything was new, and I do like this pencil, but and I can probably turn it off, but if I double tap the pencil, then it opens up like the erase tool or something. I don't know. I have to get used to it. You know, and everything takes time. And I had a little cap on there, but I don't. And I do have the paper-like screen protector on my iPad. It's just, for me, I just about cannot work without it. I've gotten, it just feels so much like I'm working on paper. They're not that expensive either. If you, y'all hear my dogs, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to do this without getting all up in the camera, which this may be impossible. Like I said, I'm just trying to knock down some of the, you know, and I don't mind if you can see it, but I just don't want that. I just really don't want that. I don't know if you can see it right here. See how it's got this hard edge right there from where I put that one, I'll put that one layer on it. And that's what I really don't want to see, is I don't want to see that hard edge. So that's why I'm just going back in there, and I'm just taking it off a little bit. I don't have to take it all the way off, but I want to make it fade in a little bit better. Let me go up with the opacity just a little bit. I'm so sorry about my dogs barking. They hear a neighbor dog barking, and so they're going to get started. And this is going to be a new cherry blossom kit. It's not the same one, but I wanted to do another cherry blossom kit, so kind of like cherry blossom 2. And again, you can see, let me see if I can zoom it in so you guys can see this. You can see that straight line right there, and that's what I'm going to attempt to get rid of. And there's many different ways that you can do it, and I'm using the soft brush, and I'm don't have it at full opacity. And so what that does is it just kind of fades it a little bit more. So what I really want it to do, it's almost like when you are doing watercolor painting, how you want to blend your colors. That's basically what I'm doing. So see, now we don't see that start line in that spot. So I just need to come back over, and I just need to keep getting rid of that little spot. And again, this is something that is going to be personal preference for you. You may like to see the start line, and if you do, that's perfectly fine. You know, and there's some, you know, maybe some designs that I do want to see it in. This is just not one of them, so that's why I'm just trying to fade it out a little bit. I can't even talk. I mean, it has been, I don't know about you guys, but it has been absolutely crazy down here. And as you can see, you can't really see that stark line anymore. So I'm just going to keep working on that. Now I could change the size of my brush, and I could make my brush a little bit bigger, and I could get rid of that a lot quicker. But I feel as though I have more control when my brush is smaller like this. Okay, so let me just kind of look and see. I don't mind the dark line being there. It's this lighter colored one that I really don't want. I'm so sorry about my dogs, you guys. They hear that dog barking across the street. And the sad thing is our neighbor that lives right next door to us, Lord God has to help me. That woman has tried to cause every kind of problem about my dogs that she possibly can. And as you can hear, there's a dog barking across the street. But for whatever reason, this woman likes to give my dogs all the credit or blame or whatever you want to call it. And she has called every single official she can possibly call to report us. And every time they come out and they say, no, there's nothing going on. And so now she has filed so many frivolous complaints that they won't let her file anonymously anymore, which I love that. And I'm going to win her with kindness. And so when I get out of the car, and if she's in the yard, but she tries to make a beeline inside if she sees us pull up. But man, I will make an effort. I will say, hey, how are you doing? You having a good day? And I mean, I'll just carry on like she is my best friend. And it just eats her up. But you know what? It ain't worth me being upset with her over. You know, she apparently doesn't have a very happy life. And, you know, if fussing about my dogs can help her out, then I'm good. All right, so now the other thing I'm going to do is reduce the opacity down some. I'm sorry, I'm just working right along and not even paying attention. I reduced the opacity down a little bit, and so let me reduce it a little bit more. So I'm just going to go right in here, and I want to just kind of knock out just a little bit of that white. I still want that to be that pinkish white color, but I don't want it to be so bright and in my face. And I am so glad y'all cannot see the top part of my arm, because let me tell you, my fat roll is a rolling. Yeah. And I find this very relaxing. way better than those adult coloring books because I actually, you know, get something out of it. You know what, because I do have, I'm just looking at the layers here because of the way I have it layered, but I really want to be able to see more of that handwriting. So I am just bringing that down a little bit, and let me go to the handwriting layer, and I don't know if you can see, what I'm doing over here on the side, but this is the layers menu up here. And so I can either have that menu where I can see the layers that I have, or have it hidden like this. I prefer to have my layers where I can see them. Sometimes I'll go and look at the layer properties, but not very often, to be quite honest with you. And I have the this handwriting text. Let me pull it up to the top layer so you can see it. There's the handwriting text. And so I like it kind of, but I don't like it there. So, you know, what I do is I kind of play around with the layers to see where I like it. So now I've put it under this layer here, and that looks okay, but it's still not where I really want it. So I'm going to select that again, and I'm just going to drag it down another thing, and see, now I've got it behind that label that we were just working on. And let me go down again, and so now it's behind this set of cherry blossom flowers. And then I can go even further and put it behind that gate that I have, which it didn't really change much. I am going to put it in front of it just to make me feel better. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but that's just what I want to do. Now I do see a couple of things in this layer right here, this cherry blossom layer. Let me go through and hide some layers so you can see what I'm doing. And to hide it, I like to hide layers when I'm going to be working on a layer that I really need to get in there and work on. So right now the only layers I have showing is that I have the, let me do this. Let me just hide all of these layers. Then we'll start opening layers. Okay, so I have this, and all of my layers are hidden. So I'm going to unhide this layer here, and this is my base. This is my background, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I did want to put some kind of a garden element in there, and so you see I have this gate, and then I reduced the opacity quite a bit on it. I could bring it all the way up to full opacity, but I really don't want that to be the star or the center of attention. I want my other stuff, so I reduced that opacity down to 32%. And again, I do like the handwriting, the script. I think it is beautiful. I mean, it's just, I don't know, I love it. And so I do have that on there. I can reduce the opacity of that, but I don't think I want to, because I think what the deal is, what I like is, if I was going to leave it in this situation here where it was on top, then I would reduce the opacity. But because I am not going to leave it like that, I am going to be layering on top of it, I don't mind keeping the opacity what it is. So now let me just unhide this layer, and this is the one that I want to work on a little bit more. I see some white up in here that I kind of want to get rid of that to make these what would you call it, the limbs or leaves, or, you know, stems, stalks, whatever. I want to make them pop a little bit more. And I don't know if you can see from the camera angle that I have, but I actually have my brush set at 25 pixels, and I am just looking. I do still have it at the soft pressure, and I do want to check and make sure it is still set to clear. Okay, so I'm just going to go in. Let me see. Let me pull the opacity up a little bit. I pulled it up to about 67%. And I'm going to try and do this where I'm not like all in the camera there. And if you see, I'm just kind of bringing in, and I'm just going around those, the stems just a little bit. Because what I really want to do is I just really want those stems to pop. I want it to look like you are looking through that gate and the handwriting that they're further in the back, and that, you know, you can see these cherry blossoms right there in the foreground. And so to do that, that's why I'm making it pop. And that's all I'm going to do is just go through. I'm even going to do it right in here. Bring out, take out some of that white. I'm actually going to take out as much of that white background as I can, because I really want these flowers to pop. I love cherry blossoms. Absolutely love cherry blossoms. I think they're beautiful. They smell good. And if you guys haven't figured out by now, I love pink, and I love roses, and I love cherry blossoms. So I hope you guys can see what I am doing. I don't know if I can turn this around anymore. I've got to do something different about this camera setup for you guys. Yeah, but I am just going through, and I'm just going to getting rid of some more of the white. And you can do this with any cardboard pile. So they gotta let Mama know. Yep. I don't know whether to be upset with them sometimes when they do that, or be thankful I have them around to bark and let me know, hey Mom, somebody's out there. Okay, so now I'm just kind of going through and just cleaning it up just a little bit more. I'm okay with it being here for the most part, because I just mainly wanted this in the forefront to pop. You know what? This one is blending in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of this. I don't know if you guys could see, but these few flowers right here were just really getting lost. And I just realized that. So I want to get rid of some of that. And that's all I'm doing. And some of this is going to be covered up by my my other layer, which is fine. You know, because sometimes we will work and work and work and work and work, you know, to get a design the way we want it, only to cover it up with something else. Same thing when we're doing our journals, but that's just part of it. You know, we do stuff like that, and it's okay. Okay, so now let me uncover some of the other layers and just look and see what we're looking at. Okay, see, I've done all of that right there, and it really didn't make a difference, but I do like the way this is looking better, because now it almost looks like these are the it looks like these cherry blossoms are the ones that are closest to us, and then we can see these, and they're kind of like blowing in the wind, and I'm loving that. Now this right here looks a little empty to me. So let me go in and let me see what I can find. Okay, so I'm going to use my hard drive. And I love the fact that I can hook my hard drive up, because that was game changer. Big time game changer for me. Because I basically just, you know, enlarged my iPad so much. I'm trying to see which clock face I want to do. What about this one? And you know, the thing is with doing digital design like this, something may start out one way, and then you may have an idea of how you want it, and you'll see me a lot of times. I'll go over here and I'll play around with something, and then I just may not like the way it looks, and you know, I may hide it and then just never bring it back. I've done that before. let me see. And I'm just putting it behind some layers to see if I like that. I'm not sure how I like it. I don't think I like it, so we're going to hide it, and we're going to see what else we have. And so that's the one thing about working in layers. You can hide the different things. You do not have to stress and worry, you know, that, oh my goodness, I've messed this up, or I've messed that up. You don't have to worry about that, because when you work in layers, you don't have to worry about, if I do something to this layer, then I'm going to mess it up to where, you know, this layer will not be where I, no, you don't have to stress. Like I said, it took me okay, if we're being completely honest here, which I guess I should be, I was very scared to work in layers. I did not, I don't know why I was so scared of it, but I was very terrified. I would not do it. I worked in layers kicking and screaming when I first started doing it. And now I am like, can I put a layer in there? You know, that's just how I'm more comfortable working in layers now. And I was not comfortable working in Photoshop, not in the least. Excuse me. My biggest thing was I was terrified of the, I don't know, I was just terrified of the whole thing with Photoshop. And, you know, it's one of those things that you have to jump in and do it. I don't know which one, what I just put in there, but we're going to hit cancel because I don't want it, whatever it was. Yeah, you have to just get in there and do it. That's the only way you're going to learn. The biggest thing for me was honestly the clipping mask. And I'm telling y'all, I should have somehow filmed or had my husband film or whatever. It took me a week. It took me one solid week. And when I say it took me a week, I mean a week of going to work and then coming home and sitting down and trying my hardest to do the clipping mask. And I couldn't find anything that showed me how I could get it done. And that just, it did not seem right. You know, I thought, man, there's got to be a YouTube on it or something. And I could not, I'm telling you, I couldn't find anything. Not saying there's not anything out there. I'm just telling you that I couldn't find it, and I looked. I mean, I looked. But, you know, there's something out there now because I made sure I put one out there. It's not the greatest, but you know what? It's how I learned. So I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of image that I want to put. I'm just not sure. See, I've already got some writing over there. I really wanted some kind of a cloth. Let me cancel out of that. And let me see. And this is one of those things where I tell you that I'll work on something 15 times, or, you know, I'll do it however many times until I get the image, until I get what I want there. So right now I'm just looking at this teacup, but see, it has a yellow rose. As much as I love it, it doesn't go with the theme of this journal. So I'm going to close out of that one. And who is it? Rachel, I think it is, with Roxy's Creations. What is it that she says? They have to interview or try out for the position. And that's what she's doing whenever she, you know, when she's doing the journals and stuff. Actually, I do like that. I do. Okay. Well, and that's the thing with the digital papers and stuff like that. I'll be working on one, and it just, I don't know, you know, my husband has asked me, how do you know when you get it done? I don't. I honestly, I have no idea when it's done. all I know is that when it's done, I'll be like, oh, it's done now. I mean, and that's just how I know that it's done. It's not anything that I can tell you that, you know, when you get to this point and this point and this point, no. And it's all in personal preference. What I'm going to do, because like I said, I was pretty disappointed that Photoshop did not step up to the plate with allowing designers to have more features on the iPad part of their program, especially with this iPad is basically like a Mac. I am doing everything with it that I would possibly do on a computer, especially with me having, I did not go and spend $350 on the Magic Keyboard. Nope, I spent $30-something on this keyboard, and then I spent like $20-something on this mouse. And let me tell you, I love it. You know, I didn't go and do all of that crazy stuff. I'm sorry, I just have too much money, or too many kids to spend that kind of money. We did get this one page finished, and you will see this page in my the Cherry Blossom kit that will be coming up. It'll be, I don't know if it's going to be Cherry Blossom 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to name it. That's the hardest part to me, is trying to figure out what to name these kits. Yes. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I do have noticed that I am getting my subscriber count is going up pretty rapidly right now, and so I've thought about this, and when I get to 500 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway, and I am going to be giving away a journal, one of the envelope journals, when I get to 500 subscribers. And then as soon as I get to 500 subscribers, I'll come back on, you know, well, I'll be on before then, but you know what I mean. I will come on at that point, and I'll tell you what we're going to do in order for you to get that. You can see I was watching Mickey Mouse with my granddaughter today. But yeah, we're at 245 right now. So when we get to 500, I'll come back on with another with a video, and I'll tell you what you have to do to be entered into that drawing, and it will be for one of the amazing envelope journals, ephemera storage, you know, whatever you want to use it for. So guys, make sure that you hit that like button, make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, you know, the little thumbs up. I don't like thumbs down. So when you are watching my videos, we're gonna pause this, give me that thumbs up, see, give me that. Make sure you hit subscribe. It's not gonna let me subscribe to my own channel, but I wish I could. And then there's gonna be that little notification bell that you can turn that on, and that way whenever I do post a video, you will get notified. Like when my buddy Chelle, I was watching her videos earlier, so when she posts a video, I get notification.
Hi there,
see,
it's Chelle.
There's my buddy Chelle. So, oh, I didn't like the video, so I'm going to like the video. And then you can see I've added comments. You can see that I'm subscribed, and there's my little notification bell. It's all colored in, and that means anytime that she posts a video, I get notified. So make sure yours is the same way on my channel. And I am rambling like crazy because I am stressed about figuring out how to do the mask on that envelope. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And I may do a review on the iPad Pro 2021 because it was much anticipated for me. Not that I just wanted it because of it was the latest and greatest thing. I basically outgrew my other iPad Pro with all the digital design. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later. Bye.